Look, people, if you think that you're gonna go from super dark hair to white blonde in a day, you are sadly mistaken, my friend. Look, I am speaking from experience, so yeah. Hello, Internet! It's me, Holly, and my best friend on the whole entire planet, Arya. This is my beautiful 4-year-old wiener dog, and I don't know why, but I just thought it was time to introduce her since she is such a big part of my life, and she is just my favorite person. She's a person to me. She's my favorite person. Yeah, she is really camera shy apparently, but this is the love of my life. So, and I always like giggle because like all the other people on the internet or like on YouTube introduce their animals a lot. So here she is, my Ari. Okay, I am back. I had to put her back with my husband because she would rather hang out with Daddy on the couch than be with me right now. So, but yeah, that is my dog. So I've been kind of wanting to show you guys her for quite a while. And yeah, she's my best friend. So I'm rambling, but that's kind of my thing. So I want to talk about my purple hair today. So yeah, if you have been really curious or have failed a few times to go from, you know, pretty dark hair to pretty light hair, I'm going to tell you all the process and how I did it. I'm just going to tell you right now, to get this purple, I literally went all summer. In order to keep the integrity of my hair and keep it from being completely damaged and completely gross, I literally took the time span of pretty much the end of May until now, which is the beginning of October, to prep for this purple hair. So I'm going to kind of tell you the story, tell you some of my mistakes, and tell you all the things that you should do that'll help you achieve a better outcome for yourself. And trust me, from experience, I have made a ton of mistakes. Most of my biggest mistakes have been rushed jobs. So I am a licensed cosmetologist. I did hair in the salon for 5 years. So I know what to do, but a good bit of the time I'm a very impatient woman. My husband will tell you that spite and impatience are probably my two biggest flaws. So sometimes I rush things and I know better, but I rush them anyways. Yada yada yada. But if you want to hear about my hair story and hear some tips and tricks on lightening your very dark hair, then stick around because that's what we're going to talk about today. So for starters, ever since the pastel colors have been a thing, I've always just wanted to do them, especially the pastel lavender shades. I have always been a redhead. For those of you who haven't been following my channel and, you know, haven't seen me with the red hair, I will post some photos here. But even if you have been following my channel all along, I don't think you guys realize that red has always been my color. Since I was old enough that my parents would let me dye my hair, I have been a redhead. I will be 30 at the end of the year, and I've literally been red since probably 9th grade. I would change it every once in a while, but I always go back to red. I'm a redhead through and through. I love being red, so I'm always a redhead. Other little side note, besides this summer with the blonde, I had only ever been blonde one other time, and I only kept it for a short, brief period, and I'd never been blonde previous to that, and I assumed I would hate it, but I ended up not hating it that bad, and this time I ended up really liking it. I kept it all summer. It was great. So that's some kind of backstory, but yeah, when I started this journey, I was a redhead. So yeah, I was about to go on vacation and I decided that I was going to do lavender for vacation. And so I tried to rush it in a day, and let me tell you, that was a big mistake. I didn't bleach it enough, so it wasn't light enough, and it was pretty brassy in some places, so the purple didn't take in all the places either. It was a mess because I rushed it. Basically what I did over the last few months is this. Well, another Another sidebar on top of that, the color that I saw that I absolutely knew that I wanted to be pastel. L'Oreal came out with these pastel shades. They're pretty new for L'Oreal. It's maybe 6 months a year that they've had them. But they had a blue, they had a pastel, a pastel pink, and a pastel purple. I think it's actually called Smoky Lavender, which I will put the photo here, but this is what I wanted. And as soon as I saw it, I said, that's it. I definitely want to do purple. Let's do purple. So before I could do anything, I had to bleach my hair out, and it was red at this point. So I knew it was going to be extremely brassy just to bring it up light. It was just going to be orangey, horrible, gross. So I used L'Oreal had come out with a new, which I will post a photo here because I didn't use this today, so I don't have a picture or box laying around. But when they came out with these pastels, they also came out with a Feria Extra Platinum, like lightening bleach kit that kind of went with the pastel shades, and it recommended using this lightener if your hair wasn't light enough, obviously. So I used that to initially strip out my hair. But it was super brassy, let me tell you. Super, 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 super brassy. So to tone my hair, I used an Excellence cream. Hold on, I have a photo here with the name. I'm terrible at names, but I know the chicks on the boxes. Is anyone else like that? Which, by the way, I know what you're thinking. You're like, you know, I could go get professional products, but I actually prefer using the drugstore products. They're easier for me to get. They're cheaper, yada, yada, yada. But professional products work the same too. You can find all this stuff in professional variants. So yeah, so then after I do the initial lightening bleach kit to bring up my hair, and it's uber duper brassy, I then take, it is L'Oreal Excellence Cream, I'll put a photo here. It is a high lift, which lightens even more. The high lift colors, they lighten more, but they're not as lightening as a bleach kit, if that makes sense. So I got a high lift extra light natural ash blonde. So this lightens it a little more, but also the ash tones everything so it's not near as brassy as it was. It's actually pretty wearable and pretty, you know, it's a pretty decent color. So the first time I brought up my hair, it was still kind of like a medium blonde shade. My goal over the next several months then was to keep doing this routine to my hair. Unfortunately, my roots come in every 2 or 3 weeks, and because my roots are dark, I look like a skunk because you got the light blonde and the dark roots. But every single time I did my roots, which is a lot of work, I might add, I had to bleach the roots and then do the high lift ash blonde to tone everything. Yeah, so I literally, every time my roots came in the last 2 or 3 months, I had to do 2 or 3 dye jobs just to get it to match and look okay. But every time I was doing this, I'd put the high lift over everything to keep toning and to keep lightening everything and like to keep the brass out, yada, yada, yada. So every time I did my hair, from May till now, it would lighten a little more, a little more, a little more. Because if I were to put that purple on when it was just kind of medium, which I tried, because like I said, I did a rush job before vacation, it did not turn out well. I don't recommend it. You have to make sure your hair is light, as light, as light as it can be. So fast forward to today, and I did what I've always been doing. I bleached the roots. I did the high lift ash blonde to tone it. I put it on the roots and the whole thing. And this, before I dyed it, I'll post a photo here, I got it as light as I could possibly get it. There was still some yellowish places, but it wasn't nowhere near what the ugly tones were to start with in May when I first started with my hair. So yeah, and then I used that purple that I wanted since May, and I finally got this. But yeah, this literally, like I said, I'm not one of those that's willing to damage my hair a whole bunch. So I did this slowly over the course of the summer, and my hair is damaged, but not in really, really terrible shape. But it's not as bad as it would have been if I would have tried to have crammed this in like a couple of weeks. So yeah, but basically you have to bleach and then tone a whole bunch. Another thing that's really awesome is purple shampoo. I got a Walgreens brand that is comparable to Shimmer Lights. Shimmer Lights is always the one that I had used, but the Studio 35 Walgreens brand is exactly on par with the Shimmer Lights. I love it. It's great. I've been through like 3 or 4 million trillion bottles of that. That's an exaggeration. I've been through like 3 bottles. Yeah, that's another thing too, and that's a really good tip. Those purple shampoos, you can put it on your dry hair as a toner. I'll say that again because that's like the coolest thing ever. So purple shampoos you shampoo your hair with, right? You can do that, but I love it because after my hair was done, if it still needed a little bit of toning and I didn't want to put a whole other dye toner on and damage it way further, I would dry my hair like just what's dry like right now and just literally put the blue shampoo over top of my dry hair, and you let it sit for like 20 minutes, half hour, whatever, and it acts as a toner. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, you know, it's a cool way to tone your hair without actually putting heavy chemicals on your hair any further. Great tip. Yeah, I know I'm rambling, but I'm really excited about this hair, and lightening your hair from a darker state can be like really tricky sometimes, and the brass problems are just, oh, man, I feel bad for anybody going through this because the brass problems are real, okay? They're real. Yeah, so that is pretty much my journey from May until now, how I got this. And like I said, I could have done it in a shorter period of time, but I just really, truly did not want to damage my hair any more than I had to. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. It's actually really cool because I kind of feel like My Little Pony right now. I don't know why, but I do. I love this so much, and sadly, I know it's gonna fade, and the blonde has damaged my hair enough that I'm probably going to go back to red for fall, so this isn't going to last very long, but I am just madly in love with it, and even though it takes a lot of work to get these funky colors sometimes, it's so fun and it's so worth it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions on hair coloring things, let me know in the comments and I will do my best to answer you. Or if you have any hair coloring questions that you think would take up an entire video, also let me know. Talking about hair color is absolutely one of my favorite subjects, so that's why I wanted to sit down today and make this. And it's the first day I dyed it, and I know it's gonna fade, so I kind of wanted to tape this while the color still looks vibrant and pretty. So yeah, but let me know. You can tell how excited I am, right? Like, I love hair color. So yeah, but for now, that's about it. And until next time, like, subscribe, share, invite your friends, follow me over on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good day. Bye.